Good evening, and this is Destiny once again, and I'm back with the Inner Child Healing Journey series, and this will be part 6. So I welcome everyone to come on in and join me and watch this video. I hope that you will watch the entire video to the end, because there's a lot that you can take away from this video. And there's a lot that you can share with others. And then you come back and comment and post your views and your take that you got away from this video. So today is Saturday. It's April the 13th, 2019. And I say welcome again to all my viewers out there. I'm always glad to come and spend moments with you, sharing my experiences, sharing my expressions, and sharing my testimonies and my story. This is my assignment that I was appointed to do. So I came as a willing vessel. It doesn't matter if I had exposed all my dirty skeletons in my closet. It's my assignment. I said yes to the Creator, Divine Creator who gave it to me. If that is going to help someone else to free their lives, to free themselves from the bondage and from the prison that they have lived all their life, use me. I don't mind being used, as long as I know I'm helping somebody. So, on further note, I'm just going to jump right into it. Like I said, I do have notes, so I just may read today. I was at a event today. We're always dealing with children, so this sparked me today to jump into part 6, because I had like 4 hours of training today talking about children, their behaviors, and different things that children go through, and how we as an adult and mentors and teachers and parents, and how we can be able to make it more easier for children to be able to live, allow them to know how to accept themselves and to be themselves, and how to be able to decipher a lot of their behaviors, by showing the love, the true, genuine love that we have. So that was a training session that I did earlier this morning. So I'm back. This is part 6 of the Inner Child Healing Journey, and the subject today will be the inner children that need boundaries. The inner children that need boundaries. Now, and this is the inner child talking. Like I said, if you don't know how to deal with your inner child, maybe you need to sit down. Like last video, and I said you have to listen, because they're ready to talk to you. Ask questions, because they'll tell you what they need. You don't have to go around presuming that this is what they want and this is how they will accept this. No, they want it done their way. You have done your part too long and you messed up. So now it's time for you to move out the way, take down the walls, the gates, the fences and chains and all that, and allow them to have their boundary, their freedom to explore, their freedom to connect with themselves, so they can make that more defined connection with you, your adult self, as you are today. So the inner children are saying to your adult person, hey, we need boundaries. We need our own freedom and our own space in order for us to reconnect with you. Why can't you let me be free? Why can't you allow me to grow up? Why won't you open up the walls and the gates, break the chains off of me, and allow me to have that freedom so I can live my life? So you and I can eventually connect, and we'll come together as one, because we are really one. I'm just that little child that was wounded, that was hurt. I'm just that little child that you left in the dark, that you left alone. And you went on with your life, and you created a whole nother life separate from me. And yes, you did create your life, you're an adult person. and you made a big mess out of that. As big as a mess that you made when you suppressed me within your inner self, when you left me lying there hurting, fearful, and afraid, and abandoned, because I had never was given the love that I wanted to have. I was never given the peace to know how to live my life in the environment around other people and doing things that I know that it would connect me to who I am. I never knew who I was. So why can't you just let me be free? That is what your inner child is saying. But as long as we, adult person, I'm speaking more to the adult person because the inner child is speaking again to you today. Now, you adult person, as long as you go around and you're judging and you're shaming yourselves, then we are giving power to the disease. Pay attention. And we are bringing more sickness and more conflict upon our inner children. Now hear this real good. But a person that is whole, wholesome, healed, and complete don't live in a state of disease. Now, what people call a disease, I'm sick, and I'm dying, I got this terrible terminal sickness. When you're whole, healthy, healing, complete, you don't even speak those kind of things in your life. I don't have a disease. We don't speak it as being a sickness in our life. We see it as a dis-ease. This is something that's not comfortable to me. This is a situation that I'm going through, that I'm experiencing, that does not fit or feel good to me. This situation is not making me comfortable. So that's how we see it. Something that is uncomfortable for us to live in. So we change the situation to ease the situation. We turn the switch, the flip side of it, take off the disc. We are in ease. We are easing ourselves through it. And we are growing into a stronger and more healthier being. And the situation does not have power or control over us. Long as we just hang back that DIS on the front part of it, we're diseased. But if I take it off and separate it, it's a dis-ease, something that not comfortable. I hope y'all understanding what I'm saying with that. I'm trying to explain it. So you are your inner child, state of being. It's a disease. That's the way you see it. I truly encourage you not to see it as a disease. Don't see it as a sickness, something that is terminal and you will never overcome, that you will never get over, that you will never live through it. It's a discomfort to you. It's something you're growing through it, but you're going to come out of it as long as you stick with it, knowing that you have the greater power over it and that you can make that pure connection back to your inner child and you all can come to be one again. But when we speak in that manner and we speak in it like it's a disease, then we are only feeding that monster that is devouring us. We are giving it more power. We are giving it more control. We are placing more fear between me or you and your inner child. And we will continue to live in that state of sickness, that state of terminal disease and illness, and we will never heal. We need to take the responsibility without taking the blame. We need to own and honor the feelings without being a victim of them. And I tell you all the time, never see yourself as a victim. You are a survivor. You are a champion. You are a warrior. That's how you always got to see yourself. Never see yourself beneath what the Creator has designed you to be. Your authentic, divine consciousness self. You are powerful. You are dynamic. You are so far greater than you can ever imagine. And that power was within you. You have to make your connection with the universe. You have to go out there and you have to touch the part of the earth that's going to ground you so you can make that true connection with your divine creator. That's where you get your power. That is where you get your strength from. And that's where you get your freedom. We need to rescue and nurture, and we need to love our inner children and stop them from controlling our lives. Because a part of this whole program, they did step into the driver's seat and they began to drive, took control. And they pulled us here and they took us there. They took us down No Man Lane, took us down this street and that street and all over yonder on Down Broke Street and every kind of street you could name. This avenue, Heart Pain Avenue. I mean, they drove us all over the place. So we had to stop them from driving the bus. Children, they are not supposed to drive. They are not licensed to drive. They're not licensed to have that kind of control. But we allowed that to happen. And they are not supposed to be in control to the point where they make the rules. They set up what order things should be or how it should be and when it should be. We got to learn what our place are. And we got to know our place and we got to stand up in our rightful place. Then it said we have to become a parent to our inner children. And we have to parent them. And we are taking the control. You're the child. So now I'm going to nurture you. I'm going to guide you. And I'm going to train you. And I'm going to teach you what life is all about. And how life is done. And I'm going to be in the control. I'm going to be giving you the orders, the rules. Along with the love and understanding, the compassion. I'm going to be doing all that. But I'm going to train you your rightful place. So we can come into this connection together. As I said, children, they are not supposed to be driving. They are not supposed to be in that kind of control. We as adults should be teaching them. I'm talking to you adult parents. Y'all should be training, guiding your inner children, nurturing them to know how to live a healthy and a free lifestyle and a free life of who they really are. And they're not supposed to be abused. And we got to stop, adult parents, you adult person. Stop abusing that child. Stop the abandonment. You abandoned the child too long. We have been doing it backwards. It seemed like we went backwards. Instead of going forward, we went backwards. And we made a big mess out of a lot of things. We abandoned our children, our inner child. And we did a lot of abusing to our inner children. We locked them in that dark place within us. Yes, like I said in my last video, we think that we were running away from them. But in actuality, they ran away from us. We weren't worthy of their integrity, of their love. And we weren't worthy because we showed ourselves cowardly. And we were guilty for a lot of things that we had done to them. So we have to go back and connect to them. And we have to make sure that our children know that we are there for them, that we love them, that we want to protect them now. And we want to take care of them. We want to guide them and nurture them. And we want to show them what it's like being children. And stop allowing them to run over us driving the bus. We have to let the children's wounds to be turned off. And a lot of times what we really actually did, we let the children wounds, their pains, their crowds, their tears, their complaining, their murmuring. We allow all their wounds to dictate our lives. And we then wonder how we got into this dark place, how we got into this painful place in our lives today. We messed up. We messed up. We allowed the table to turn on us. And we switched the table. We switched the light. We gave the power over to the inner child, and the inner child did not know anything about being an adult or a parent or have that kind of knowledge or that kind of experience to how to teach us. They're children. We should be teaching them. So I'm saying to you out there, listen to me very carefully. I say, retract your thoughts. Retract, go back in your mind, retract. Go back and trace everything in your life that you can remember. The pains, the hurts, the disappointments, the failures, the abuse. All those things that caused you to run and not face and stand up to the monsters that were created. The monsters that were sent into your life. The control monsters. The angry monsters. All these things were sent in our lives to control our lives through our inner children. I say retract them. We got to take responsibilities of our own mistakes too. Everything, like I keep saying, you can't blame everybody. Oh yes, a lot of people truly, really hurt us. We've been victimized through a lot of other people's wrongs. A lot of other people's words and things that they took control over us. And they just used us. Use our minds, use our bodies, use our words, took our identity away, took away everything that the Creator ever gave us. And they changed it and they reversed the role. And we became puppets on a string. It's time out. It's time to take back our responsibilities. And we got to own up to our mistakes and the part that we played in this bus wreck. Because we played a big part in it. Yes, we let the inner child ride that bus, drive that bus, blindfold. And we sat up there just as blinded as they were. And we just sat back and we just went along for the ride, just to move it along with them for the ride. And we didn't say, no, don't go down that road. No, we can't take that turn. No, that's a U-turn. We need to go back. We never said anything. Just keep riding. Just keep riding. It was a joyride. Apparently, it must have been a joyride. So, I'm here to tell you today. In my healing journey of my inner child, I had to repeatedly tell myself. Now, I talk to myself all the time. And that's where you got to learn how to get back. Talking to yourself. Because everything that you need to know is within you. If you're looking for the answers about your life, your truth, it's in you. Can't nobody answer that for you. Can't nobody give you the answer for that. Everything you need to know is within you. Stop looking outside of yourself. Get up in the mirror and spend some time looking into the face of that person that you really don't know. And you keep staring at that person until you see that little child peek through. See, when you see that little child finally have a little gleam, that sparkle in the eyes, that's the inner child. Stop right there and say, let's talk. And let's talk this whole thing out. Because I want to know everything about the life that you and I had together. And I want to get back to that life. So in my inner child healing journey, I repeatedly, I would tell myself, take responsibility, Destiny, for your side of the street without blaming myself or without blaming anyone else. Take my responsibility. That's what our problem is. We feel like we're free. We disconnect ourselves from any of the wrongs. It's when we start blaming everybody else. And you want to pretend like we're the innocent one. That we're the one that did not cause no trouble, no problems, or no pain, no hurts to anyone. We're living a lie. We have caused a lot of hurts ourselves. So we got to talk to ourselves. Make it right with ourselves. Go back and call out your wrongs and your faults and your hurts and all the things that you caused in this. Because you have made mistakes too, you adult person. Learn to have love. Learn to have compassion for the child that's in you. And at the same time, you have to take control of your inner process in a loving way. by not continuing to give power over to how you live today, or giving power over to your past emotional wounds. We got to make connection with that. We got to bring a closure to that. We have to sit down and talk about it. We got to face it. We got to be honest. We got to be genuine. We got to be pure about it. And we got to turn the fingers on us if it's our fault. And we have to allow those past emotional wounds to heal itself. And I encourage you to embrace these very same words that I'm saying right now. And as you begin your journey to heal your inner child, you'll find it gets more easier and more easier to connect, because now you're being real and the child is really beginning to move closer to you because they feel that trust. They feel that they can be comfortable talking. Through integrating the truth of a loving higher power into our inner process, then we can start to take the shame and the judgment out of the process. We can start to set boundaries, and that's what it is, set boundaries with a critical parent voice, and to lovingly parent the wounded child placed within us. Even though when we set those boundaries, we got to remember that we have to still open up pathways and gates and tear down walls and loose chains. So we still have to give that inner child some type of freedom so they can come and reconnect with us, with our adult self today. So that's the place where we've been programmed. And we have been programmed all of our lives to be puppets, dangling on a string. We have been programmed to be a channel for people to dump their garbage into our lives. And we must now start deprogramming all of that junk that's been dumped on us by other people, as well as the junk that we dumped on ourselves, because we ain't all that innocent. We played a lot of part in the things that hurt us, our inner children. It's time, I keep telling you, it's time to let go. It's time to be free. It's time to go on and move into the life that the Creator had created for you to be. You have to make that connection with your inner child, because that's your authentic self. That's who you are. So let it go and allow your inner child to be free. That is all that inner child is wanting, to have freedom. And in order to become empowered, and in order to stop being that victim of ourselves, it is truly and very important that we recognize the different parts of ourselves so that we can set boundaries out of the adult that has knowledge, that has skills, and the resources. The adult that is on a spiritual healing path, on a spiritual healing journey. We can access our higher self to be a loving parent to the wounded parts of ourselves. We have a healer. Did you get that? We have a healer within us. Man, heal thyself. You got to learn how to heal yourself. So we have that healer within us. And inner mentor within us. We have the teacher within us. We have a wise wizard within us, and all this power and all these things that is placed within us to give us that power over these discomfort and these diseases of life. We don't take advantage of it. We have all that so it can guide us, but we have to have our ears open to hear. Listen. Stop looking outside of yourself. I keep telling you that. Everything that you need is in you. Repeat it after me. Say, everything that I need is within me. And you make that statement and you keep saying it until it resonates with you, until you feel the power and control that just stepped into, and then you own it. And you walk it out every day from this point on. You are powerful. You don't know what kind of power that you have in you. Oh boy. Sometimes we got to go in so much deeper to pull all this stuff up out of us. Because the pain, like I said, has been hidden down in us for so many years. So long. It's been suppressed, packed down, dumped down, stepped all over. It's been matted all over. And we just buried our inner child. It's so buried so deep down in all the junk and the dump. That adult within us can set a boundary with that critical parent to stop the shame, to stop the judgment, and can then lovingly set boundaries with whatever part of us that is reacting so that we can find some balance in the now, so we can live in the now, so we can live out our current present state of being, our consciousness, divine self, and not overact or underact out of fear of overreacting. Fear, they always tell me, false evidence appearing real. It don't have no power over you. You give the power to it. That's why you feel that it has the power. But if you really look at fear, it's just a trigger. You got the power to say stop. You got the power to say, no, not here. You got the power over fear to say, no, go there. You got the power of fear to say, go away, never come back. You got the power of fear to stand up and say, hey, I can do this. You got the power of fear to say, I'm doing it. I'm walking out my better good. And I'm living mean. And I'm doing mean. I don't fear what anybody say or anything that comes over to me to try to change my circumstances, try to change my mind to believe anything other than that. So you have the power. So stop overacting. We all have a whole family, and it seems like a community sometimes of wounded components that make up our whole entire being. Having a lot of conflicting feelings within us is not a sign that we're crazy. And people want us to think, oh, we're crazy, or you're just making up things, or you're stupid, or you're. It's not all that. All of that is just a sign that we have different parts of us that want different things and that are reacting to different impulses. That's all that is. We're not crazy. Don't let nobody tell you that you're crazy. Don't let people tell you that. None of that stuff. Stop listening to people. Matter of fact, like I said, they don't know your life. They don't know anything about you. You have the power and control to control your own life. Your answers, I keep telling you, is within you. You are the powerful person. You are the powerful being. You are the all-knowing person. The God consciousness. So, the more we get aware of those parts of us, then the more we can stop being an unconscious victim of those conflicting feelings. That's just that ego within us. That ego lies down in the lower part of us, always wanting to control and dominate our lives, and we are still feeding our ego. We have to move beyond that. Go on out. Our soul is calling us up higher. Come on up higher. There's a different and better you. I've created you to be great. I created you to be powerful. And what is very important and the biggest difference between the techniques that I have developed and what I have learned from so many others is to build a loving, ongoing relationship with those wounded parts of us. Inner child healing It's not something that we do and then we move on with our lives. It's something that we have to continue to go back, revisit all the time. We have to go back and spend time with. We had to go back and we have to compare notes with your adult being and with that inner child. Okay, we did this yesterday. Okay, did we make that point right? We did this other day. Did we make an agreement on that? Are we moving away from this? And we moving into a better person today? You have to always make that connection. You have to always make sure that you and your inner child is connecting and communicating. Inner child healing is not something that, like I said, I'm going to say it again. It's not something that you just do. And then all of a sudden, I'm healed. I'm whole. And you move on. But then a lot of other issues that you really not even addressed. And you really truly have not made that true connection with your inner child where you all really become that one. That totally, absolutely one in being. And for you to have that wholesome and healthy and complete life, and you have closure in your life, then you and your inner child have to become one. You have to become one. This should be our lifestyle. Every day, going back, making sure that our inner child and our adult person is talking. Our wounded inner child are going to be with us for the rest of our lives. So we can't pick up a conversation today, and we cannot have a place where we come and talk today and tomorrow we ignore it for the rest of the week. We have to keep going back, and we got to keep talking with that inner child. The wounds they're not going away. They're not going any place. We just got to know how to heal them, heal ourselves. We got to know how to take power and control. So it is important for us to recognize what part of us is reacting so that we can respond to that wounded part of ourselves in a loving, in a patient and mature way. When one of all of our buttons are being pushed and our wounds are being set off. So don't depress it. Never suppress it. And never regress it. When you feel those trigger points is going out of whack, out of control, and you feel like you're losing it all, and you feel like you're losing that connection with your inner child, hit the button. Hit the press button. Stop. And recollect yourself. Get back your power and your strength. Dismiss all the fear and the doubts and the worries and the depression. Send it out of the way. Let all that stuff go. Move it all out of the way. You step up in your grown, authentic, powerful self. And you speak to that child within you. And say, I'm not letting go. We are going through this together. You got to be with me. We are walking through this together. The doors are open. The windows are open. The fence is wide open. The chains are now being broken. There is nothing to hold us back. There's no boundaries. There is no boundaries. I'm not setting boundaries for you anymore. My inner child, come with me. And you got to take that child with you. Hit the button when it goes wrong. Press the button and just keep moving forward. Your healing is just around the corner. And sometimes we are that close to our healing. And we quit. And we give up. And we run back to the thing that almost kills us. And we rather lay in that than instead of making one more leap and one more step of faith, one more movement to make that true connection with our inner child. We rather go backwards. You know, when we were children, they used to always tell us, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. That's another thing I'm going to tell you right now. Rewind. Rewind. Hit the stop button. And look at somebody. Stand up close to them and say, you're a lie. You are a lie. Sticks and stones may break my bones, Yes, and that stick and stones, they may kill me, they may hurt me, they may bruise me, and they may batter me up really bad. But those words will kill me. And I mean kill you. Literally can kill you. Words have power. Words are it's thoughts. And we don't control the way we send out our words. Those negative words, they will rip and tear you apart. And there are sometimes when those words goes out, verbal abuse, it's hard sometimes for you to forget those things, because those things continue to play back and forth in your head for years, and over again. You better learn how to shut that stuff out. Tell them you can throw all the sticks you want. You can throw all the stones you want. But whatever stone and whatever bricks, whatever sticks that you may be throwing, just throw them. Because I'm going to take every stick and every stone that you throw at me. I'm going to build a platform. I'm going to build me a house so I can get up on the top of it and let you know that you don't hurt me. I'm going to build my foundation from those sticks and stones so I can have a platform so I can shout out, I am free, I am free, I am free. No more throwing that sticks and bricks at me, because whatever you throw, it cannot hurt me. I send it back. I am free. I am free. You're free. You got to know that. You got to know that you're free. You got to take back your freedom. Take back your power. Take back your genuine divine love and peace and light that the Creator, divine Creator, gave to you from the beginning. You better know who you are, and you better know yourself, and you better learn that power within you. You better learn how to get out there and make some connection with your divine source. Learn who you are. I know we came here, and when we got here, we forgot all about who we were. We forgot about our purpose and our plans in life. We forgot about everything. And that was a disconnection from our inner child. And we forgot about the inner child, and we left that child lying there dying. So, your healing is just around the corner. So keep moving forward. This work is about becoming an integrated, whole, mature adult person in action. In the way we live our lives and respond to life events and to other people. And the only way that we can effectively connect to our inner child and bring total healing is to allow our higher self to purpose the divine light within us, to embrace that peace that comes with our awakening, and to allow the love of the Creator to shine inside of us. That genuine love. That love of our God consciousness for the infinite Creator. The infinite Creator. He is all light. He is all love. He is all peace. And what you may not know, He is in us. On that note, I'm going to say, open up your heart, be honest, pure, and genuine. Take off the blinders, take down the walls, break every fence, pull down anything that's allowing that inner child to have its boundary of freedom. You go back and you do the parenting. Parent that inner child, and you bring the inner child to the place where they know that they can trust you again, that they know that they can be a part of your conversation, that you both can talk because you're listening and you're working together to help that inner child to live out their lives, because now they have freedom. You allow them that freedom. They can go in and out, in and out. They're not being suppressed, depressed, and held down. They are their authentic self as well. So on that note, I thank you for coming into the room and sharing this video with me today. And I encourage everyone to comment. I love to see your comments. Like the video if you like. just let me know how can I be able to bring more information either on this subject or on any other topics that may be able to help. And I'm just going to leave. I just want you to know you're free. Look around you and look, you're free. I don't care. I don't see walls. I don't see windows. I don't see bolted doors. You got not to see these things. You got to see yourself standing in the light. Your arms lifted up and you say, I'm free. And I don't care. You got to walk right through everything that's in front of you. And you got to make sure you got the inner child in your other hand and y'all going out together. And that's your connection. So on this further note, I love you. I thank you all for being a part of my journey. Thank you for sharing my stories, my testimonies, my experiences, my expressions of my life. And this is my job. I'm bearing my heart and my soul. And I just pray that every time I come up here and I put a video on, that it has helped somebody. Somebody. And on that further note, I love you. I'm out of here. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day on this Saturday afternoon.